Well, hi. Hi again. Welcome on my channel. Dad plays RPGs. I am the dad. And today we're gonna play. Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I played it yesterday, but I thought I'm gonna do it again in English. Full English. We're gonna play on Daring. Yes, of course. Custom character. This portrait is great. Love it. Yep. Wait. Appearance. Face. That's a good face. That's a good face.
For the glory of the dynasty! Whispers, guide my hand.
Yes, heretic male, please. I played as Imperial World guy. Ally non-damage ability or affect an ally with such an ability. The resolve is increased by friendship bonus divided by 2 for 1 round. Current party has the same archetype as this character. The first archetype ability used in each combat by this character costs 1 AP less. I believe there is one guy that have the Imperial World, but whatever. Did I really play this? No. Nah. Once per combat, when the wounds of Death World character drop below 50%, they gain 20% of their maximum wounds as temporary wounds. What the hell I played? Oh, this, yes, Fortress World. Okay. Arbitrator in Fortress World. Vigilant, probably. Yeah, Vigilant. I had Persuasion and Lore Warp, and it was a soldier. Charge Endure. Yeah, it was a soldier. 45 ballistic skill, 35 toughness, agility, fellowship. Yeah, that's about right. This was a Emperor's Dusk. And sorry for sniffing, but I have allergies. Those goddamn allergies. Lie. Oscar. Yep. I think that's all. Lie. Let's start the game. A few hundred hours of the game. This is gonna be heavy. Cheers to you. Press any key. Let us begin. Sorry. Hello, Kunrad.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
The man who has approached you is gazing down into the depths of the vast temple on one of the lower decks. Yes, a truly awe-inspiring sight.
That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor, to inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are
1%
presented with a chance
irrelevant.
to give their very life for the master of humanity.
The man nods in satisfaction, as if your words have confirmed some thought he had. He sighs and turns to you.
Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Wh40k, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencius. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Wh40k bows his head and focuses his attention on you. My name is Oscar.
My regards, Master. Or should I say, von Valencius, scion of a blessed rogue trader house in the service of the Imperium. Perhaps this kinship came as a shock to you. Understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection was lost in the generations separating you and Lord Captain Theodora. It required no small effort on the part of Her Ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you one of the heirs of this dynasty.
You have a curious title, Master of Whispers. What are your responsibilities?
To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencius. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
Damn cats. I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let us address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far.
Jesus, the voice acting in this game is so beautiful. I promise I will kill this cat someday.
The Lord's Captain and Master Ethelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Lead the way. By the right of blood, Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencius desired to personally meet you. Bug report? No. Got it. Interactable objects.
I tread a path unexplored.
Sacred mechanism has been interfered with without due reverence. The duration of the data processing cycle has tripled. Great. Cool PCs they have.
One of the von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Perhaps.
What's happening?
I'm sorry.
The servitors have gone berserk! Blood and mayhem shall...
It's goddamn caught. Start of combat. To survive the grim darkness of the far future, you will have to face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. Those hints and tutorials will familiarize you with the combat system of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. Cola. Let me shoot him. Let me shoot him. Movement, combat, blah blah blah.
I need no guidance.
I promised this
I
card,
will triumph.
and I missed because of her.
Ruin beckons.
Yes, I know. Oh, they dealt damage to him. Ooh.
I will triumph. I will not stoop to this.
Miss. And
Purpose
miss.
guides me.
Of course. Because why not? Kill him. Kill the Wh40k. Just fire
What
him.
suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Without taking his eyes off the bodies on the floor, Wh40k removes the Voxcaster from his belt and speaks a few quick orders into the device. Well, now you show up. When everyone is dead.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
The lines on Wh40k's forehead soften, and his voice regains its usual courtesy. The Master of Whispers gave you a court bow. It is sad that I cannot loot anything in here. And those stuffs aren't working. Tarantula sentry gun. Lemongrass battle tank.
The world will bow.
They should do it. Yeah, they really should implement those tanks. Like in Wasteland 3. Okay, let's speak with Theodora.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Says the man dressed in peculiar garb. His voice tight with tension, his face, half of which is covered by sin skin, is twisted in a grimace of displeasure and disbelief.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
It is so good that this is voice acted. Because I played it when it came out and I had to read every single thing in it. And it was pain. The tall grey-haired woman pins him with her gaze, her cybernetic eye flashing crimson. Survey the room. Your first impression of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Edelthrad, Theodora von Valencia's features appear as if they were carved from a marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hand collapsed casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Edelthrad. Kola! Przestań! Schowaj się pod wyro i tyle. Next to the two of them, you see two more men. One is a grey-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer.
The dry female voice and the powerful feeling of being watched force you to look at Theodora. The rogue trader is looking straight at you, and her gaze, like herself, is predatory and oppressive.
Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crew sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
They should be purged, but the third option is quite good.
You have been hunting lawbreakers for so long, you see them everywhere now. Your expectation of finding a single specific threat on Ion 6 may leave you powerless in the face of other enemies who may not even be human.
Nah. The humans stole everything.
I will not even deign to comment on this suggestion, if you can call it that.
Edelthrad puts on a veneer of utter exhaustion. You'll kindly alter the manner in which you address me, or else you will live to regret the consequence. Woo! You're both servants of the God Emperor. I gave a straight answer to a simple question which, as I understand, was still more than you could do, Edelthrad.
Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
The color drains from Edelthrad's face, which distorts his features further.
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
Theodora's tone renders him silent.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Edeltraed bows ceremoniously and takes his leave without sparing you another look.
So, why are you here?
Theodora's gaze follows him as he leaves, then she turns to you. Was it not you who sent for me?
You have ceded the opening that was offered to you in a woeful display of meekness. Admittedly, this tendency is equally strong in all who toil in the Emperor's service. Immutable hierarchy, absolute obedience, lickspittlery, compulsion to please. I value none of these things.
Yeah.
From the moment my envoys came for you, the terms of your existence changed.
But the moment I will say to you something not lickspittery, you will try to kill me.
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity.
Yeah.
And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic.
I know who you are, you Harad scum.
Kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
One off? Does this mean there are another heirs?
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edeltraed may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate.
Sorry for that.
Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
So, if you are satisfied with Edeltraed, then what sense is there in having this conversation? Why are you wasting time on me?
Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edeltraed as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the You were granted the rank
In
of
sex
Marshal
bombs.
of the Adeptus Arbites. That is more than just a title. It stands for decades of perilous service, dozens of verdicts handed down, and exemplary loyalty to the Imperium. Your knowledge of the law and the fear you are capable of instilling are a path toward maintaining order in the Protectorate. Furthermore, the sternness of our justice must be impressed not just upon the dynasty's subjects, but also upon the many competitors who covet our possessions. They, too, must be kept in line. Moreover, even changing your family name will not rid you of the fame you previously garnered. I hope it will also help you bring glory to the Von Valancius dynasty, to which you now belong.
Did I hear you correctly? The Master of Whisper is related to you?
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name Von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly and, as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voigtvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least.
Okay, so thank you for clarifying. May I ask my questions now? Of course not.
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
The vox affixed to Theodora's attire suddenly comes to life, but all you can hear is unintelligible noise. Theodora winces, shut off the transmission and gives you an imperious nod. An incident took place on the officer's deck. Some servitors went berserk and attacked the crew.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Theodora laughs nonchalantly.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
The grey-haired officer gives the rogue trader a look of cautious disapproval.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
Navigator translation? What are these things that you speak of?
Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to a ship's bridge may not know the first thing about how a void ship travels between the stars.
Then explain it to me.
Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it
I
under
didn't
the
know.
protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds
like
of
her
years
voice.
in a matter of weeks instead. Sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy.
Everyone else
That
is
is how
in
we
this
were
game.
able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars.
So where is your ship headed?
The Rycat system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House Von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor.
Oh, I will.
I set the course for Rykad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
Theodora grimaces. She gives you a stern look, then shrugs. What are my current responsibilities?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Ethelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
Oh, I will consider myself.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Theodora's vox awakens once more. This time you pick up shouting. The Lord Captain freezes, listening to the vox cast. She nods and draws her weapon. She glances at you. Damn, there's a lot of you. Pew, 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 pew.
Your existence is not
Ha, I played it yesterday.
Don't touch me.
And I know that I can't stand behind her.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Because I blew up with her.
Death to the heretics! Out of my way! I've suffered worse. Chaos guides me.
Complete.
I will triumph.
Okay, give me some little bit of cover.
Purpose. What a satisfying
Thank you.
device. A blood-soaked
Thank you.
tribute.
That was great.
Collar. Death to the weak.
Emperor, protect me. The Imperium!
I took care of this one.
Ooh,
One fewer target.
ooh, Abelard.
Follow my lead. Die!
That was a quick fight.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive.
Theodora waves her hand in a commanding gesture.
Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
The rogue trader turns her eyes to you. She looks at the vox in her hand. All you can hear is lifeless static. What is happening?
From what we have seen, I can speculate that we are dealing with some variety of madness induced by warp travel. Such episodes are not uncommon among voidsmen who have found themselves outside the boundaries of real space, though such episodes seldom spill onto other decks.
The Seneschal is astonishingly calm for someone who just survived a sudden attack.
The casters are not working, or have been sabotaged. Either the warp is toying with us, or someone went to great lengths to cut the ship's communications. I will need a direct channel to the engine seer prime before I can get a sense of what we are up against. Whatever it may be, keep your weapons at the ready. I imagine it will be some time before we no longer need them.
The incident with the rampaging servitors may be connected to what is transpiring now.
Possibly. Quite likely. We will investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation.
Theodora winces and flicks the switch on her vox a few times. What are your
Mort has
orders?
gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the arch-militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
She breaks eye contact with you. And again, I cannot loot anything. Sad. But I understand. It's the beginning of the game. A tutorial. Ooh. Somebody tried to shoot me. Oof. He got laser.